Hello and welcome to another seed review. Today we're going to be looking at 10 more new 1.20 seeds, and just a little disclaimer, if it sounds echoey, I apologize. I just moved into a new house, but I wanted to get a video recorded for you guys, so hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. But let's jump right into the first seed. So looking at our first seed here, it is this nice snowy biome, and it has two villages, one right there and one right behind me. But I really like this seed because the mountain itself right here, it's actually technically an island because it is encased by a river. And I really like this mountain. I would love to build just, a snow village and a snow castle on top of this. I always love building medieval castles. And yeah, this is just an overall really good seed. It's got a good scenery. It has icebergs on the side here that look just really nice and good background. But overall, this is a good first seed to start with. I'm not a big fan of snow biomes, but I wanted to include this one for sure. So jumping into seed number 2, you actually spawn in about 1,000 blocks away from this location, but you start with a nice village, and then if you look over this mountain, it's more snow, but it has a cherry blossom biome in the middle. And I just think this is a really, really unique and cool biome. I got this seed actually by Reddit. Looking at Reddit, I found the seed, and I can't remember the name, but if I do, I will put it into the description. But I really like this seed, and I really wanted to review it into a video. So thank you, Reddit, for helping me find this seed. And yeah, let's jump into our next seed. So looking at seed number 3 here, I spawned in just past those hills here, and it really doesn't look like lot. It really isn't. But and I was gonna pass up on this, but I looked through the ice and I just see this. It just goes basically down to bedrock. I mean, that's all obsidian, but you can see, diamond there, diamond there. You can see diamond, 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 more diamonds. There's at least like 8 or 9 veins. There's a whole bunch. Okay, there's some right over there. Yeah, like 8 or 9 veins of diamonds just right here, right next to spawn. I mean, we are probably 300 blocks from spawn, just over that hill. But this one, I really wasn't expecting anything, and I just was flying over, like I normally do, to see if there's something just a little bit past the spawn. And I just found this part, and I think this is really, really cool. And I don't know in terms of building aspects, maybe you can do something, but this is what the kind of like that landscape looks like. So up to you, but I think it looks really cool. You'd be fighting the snow a lot if you were trying to build up here, but I think it's really cool. And yeah, this I guess is the 3rd snow biome that I've covered. So let's jump into the next one. So jumping into our 4th seed here, you spawn in right over here, but this seed really caught my eye because of this Pillager Tower right here. And it is because it's the first time I've ever seen one on an island. It is purely encased in water, so I've never seen this, and it's also a massive one. I mean, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little houses on the outside, or I guess cages, and a tent, and then the tower itself. So it's a really, really big Pillager Tower. But also, just looking in the background, we have a good cherry blossom biome and a snowy mountain. I need to cover the snowy mountain because, this is the 4th seed in a row that involves snow. But yeah, overall, this is a good seed. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. There was a motorcycle that just went by. And yeah, let's jump right into the 5th seed. So looking at seed number 5 here, this one will not be a snow biome for the obvious reason that it's a desert. But this is 1 village, 2 village, and I think there's a 3rd village somewhere. And there's a 3rd village pretty close. But I really wanted to cover this seed because if you look in the ocean, we have these coral reefs, and they are everywhere. 1, 2, 3. I think there's one over here. Yeah, 4. So I really do like coral reefs. They make builds look so much better in terms of just background, and I really would like to build like a desert village or a western town, but also I kind of incorporate the coral reefs into that. And I really think this is a good seed, and it's also got camels and everything like that. There's a camel right there for 1.20, which is great and a great way to start 1.20. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump into the next one. So looking at our 6th seed here, this seed is just an overall good start seed. You have a village right over here. You have another village right here. As you can see, tons and tons of wheat. This entire little mountain here is just basically an island. It's just covered by river, which I always love to build on that and make little bridges that connect off to the next areas and everything like that. You got a little bit of cherry blossom biome. You have a pillager outpost tower, great for raid farms. I love them so much that I cover them a little too much, I think, in my eyes. And then actually, I just found this, another village right over here. But this is a really good overall starter seed, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into our next one. So looking at our 7th seed here, this one kind of reminds me of 1.18 in terms of generation. Just that sheer rock edges. And I think this goes along, it goes over there, I know that. But it just goes along this desert and Mesa biome. And I just think it looks really cool, and you could build amazing things that outlook the ocean, which is another coral reef, which is great to look at. It's also got a jungle, and yeah, just an overall really good seed and just a good, interesting building seed. So I hope you like this one. Yeah, let's jump right into number 8 here. So in seed number 8 here, we are looking at another beautiful coastline. This just goes on for miles. It just looks so good. I love the rocky cliffs. And on top of that, I wanted to cover this section in particular because of the nice little mountain that goes right here where you can overlook the water, which has actually a water temple in it, which is great to get the new armor trim with, because that's probably one of my favorite armor trims that are actually easier to get and you don't have to go to an ancient city to get. But overall, this one is a great seed, and I love these coastlines. Good for building, and just overall looks good, and you can make it pretty much in anything. But yeah, let's jump into our 9th seed here. So seed number 9 looks absolutely like nothing special. You spawn in somewhere over here, and I really was going to pass up on this seed a lot, but then I was flying around this coastline just to see if I could find something interesting, and I saw this and the red concrete right there. And I thought, oh, this, after watching videos, if I change my game mode to spectator and I go down here, it is a trails, I think it's a trails runner or something like that dungeon. And I think this is just really interesting to cover for 1.20 because I know a lot of people are going to be looking for these seeds. But just an overall real interesting seed, and very interesting on how they built this thing. You can barely find it, like just this little concrete block and some gravel, which if the concrete block wasn't there, you'd have no idea this was here. But really, this seed doesn't have a lot to offer. If we fly up here, it's just a spruce biome in a normal forest, and I think there's a desert over there, or maybe it's a beach. I thought it was a desert, but yeah, really nothing interesting on this seed except for the trail runner. But I wanted to cover that one just because I found it. Alrighty, let's jump into our last seed today. So jumping into seed number 10 here, I really fell in love with this valley that goes right along here. This dark forest with a peak on this side, peak on that side, and actually a really cool cave in there. I was unaware of that one. But I just really, really do love this valley between the two hillsides. I think there's another hill that's behind me, and I think if we fly this way, it is a river and I think a hill right over here. But overall, this is just a really, really cool seed, and I could see myself building, one little castle here that has a road that goes through the dark forest to another little castle here, then another castle there. Just all these little dotted castles with, maybe some manors or anything like that. But I'm really into castle building, and yeah, but thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you had, please smash that subscribe button and that like button. And yeah, let me know what you guys are looking for in a seed for 1.20, and I will hopefully try to find that and cover it for you guys. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later.